All right, guys, it is time to start prompting and to start using ChatGPT to see how good it could be for helping me creating that logo. Okay, so this is my prototype. I have the background. Remember from the previous lecture, we decided on, a funky background, kind of like this one. We have our kind of draft logo, the direction, the visual direction we would like to go for. So now all we have to do really is to get prompting in ChatGPT. So I suggest we head over there. I have a prompt for you guys that I want to show you. So let's do this. And the prompt is the following. Now let's try to work our way up to creating a logo for Revolution. I have conducted some research on Google for images of logos related to eggs and egg sandwiches. I also did an extensive search in the Canva Media Library to source some visuals, logos, and graphics related to the same keywords. And obviously, we are continuing the same conversation that we started at the beginning of the class with ChatGPT, where we kind of like brainstorm some names for our brand when we came up with Revolution. So we continue the same conversation. So ChatGPT already has some context, but I want to give it some extra context so that it knows where we are in the process. So now we are in that step where I need to create that logo. So one thing I'm going to do, because I am using ChatGPT 4.0 right here with Canvas, but you can just use 4.0, the normal version of 4.0. And I believe even as a free ChatGPT user, you can still upload a photo. You can upload less photos every hour, I believe, but you can still upload photos. So this is important for the second part of this prompt right here, which is the following. Analyze the visuals attached here, soak in the vibe I'm going for, and describe as best as you can some of these visuals with words. Our next step will be to generate a powerful prompt for me to use and generate a few variants of a logo with DALL-E and Canva's Magic Lab. Okay, I actually made a mistake here. It's not Magic Lab, but it's Dream Lab. It doesn't matter. It will understand what we are saying. So my workflow is very straightforward. I want to first show ChatGPT some of my mood boards. Okay, so you can see here, these are simply 4 screenshots of the different pages in my Canva presentation where I had all of my color palettes, all of my logo examples, and all of the visual direction I'm taking. So all of the little characters I found in the library. Okay, and then I have this last page which showcases the logo that I preferred from all of the characters with the sunbeam background right here. Okay, so I added these 4 screenshots and I asked ChatGPT to analyze it and to describe it as best as it could with words. And then the next step will be that we will generate a prompt so that I can try to create similar images with DALL-E or Canvas Dream Lab. Okay, so let's see what ChatGPT answered to that. That's very interesting. Awesome. Let's dive in and get a sense of what you're aiming for with these visuals. After reviewing these images, here's a breakdown of the visual style and vibe that I noticed. So general vibe and style. I like that because I specifically asked it to soak in the vibe. See here? Soak in the vibe. This is important when you create a brand. A brand is a vibe also. So it's important to use this precise vocabulary when you prompt so that ChatGPT reuses it and really works in that direction. So the overall vibe of the visual is whimsical, playful, and light-hearted. There is a consistent use of cute, rounded characters, often with anthropomorphized features like happy facial expressions and animated pauses. So this word has been bolded, anthropomorphized. This is when you slap some human expressions on characters or on elements in graphic design, or not just graphic design, but anthropomorphized is when you kind of animate or you give some human traits to elements, to objects. Okay, so that's an important one. That's why it's bolded. This gives a cheerful, approachable aesthetic, perfect for evoking positivity and friendliness. It's clear that you want something relatable and accessible, possibly to attract a broad audience who love a memorable and fun brand. presence. So I think it nailed this vibe I was going for, and it really helped me put some words on it, because as a designer, it's not always easy to be precise with the description of a vibe because it's intangible, right? So let's continue reading here. So key characteristics and elements. Number one, colors. Okay, so let's remember we asked for some help for a graphic designer. So colors is obviously one of the important features. So colors, bright, sunny yellow. Many visuals use different shades of yellow, clearly evoking the image of eggs with a focus on cheerful, vibrant hues that suggest warmth and positivity. Absolutely, that's what I was going for. White and soft browns. Eggshell tones and bread-like browns are featured, adding some nice warmth without being too flashy and maintaining an approachable balance. That's also what I was going for, like the slice of bread and the eggshell, like so this combo remaining kind of soft and neutral. And then pops of red and orange. There is an occasional use of reds and oranges, which keeps things lively and adds contrast. Remember? I told you that was my accent color, these two burgundy and orange and red. So it picked that up very nicely here. So that was colors. Two, visual icons and symbolism. Eggs in various forms. The visuals explore eggs in multiple states. So whole eggs, fried, even egg yolk characters, all presented in a friendly way. So the brand is friendly. Then we have sandwich elements. That's the second point here. So toast slices with smiley faces and sometimes even accessories like cute arms and legs. And then cartoonish characters. Many graphics bring life to otherwise mundane items, such as an egg walking with a smile or toast raising a triumphant hand. Okay, so that's just a description of the characters, the symbols that I use there. Number three, graphic style, cartoon and kawaii influence. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just want to highlight a few keywords here. So cartoon and kawaii influence, anthropomorphism, bold, playful lines. Yep, that's what I was going for as well. Then four, we have compositional notes. Okay, logo-like arrangement. Several images have a clear focal point that could easily be placed on packaging, merchandise, or branding material. The logos are distinct and bold with clear and clean layouts that make them recognizable. And then we have balanced simplicity. The visuals aren't overly complex. That's also something I was going for. They focus on one or two core elements like an egg yolk or a slice of toast and pair them with just enough detail to add personality without becoming cluttered. All right, that is pretty good. And then it finishes with emotional tone and audience appeal. The style is inviting and comforting, which suggests this brand is meant to appeal to a wide demographic, including kids, families, or just about anyone who appreciates humor and cheerfulness. There is also a nostalgic, friendly aspect to these visuals, reminding viewers of Saturday morning cartoons or dinner mascots, ideal for food-related brand. Okay, perfect. And then it wraps up with some ideas for the logo prompt. So it's not going to give me the prompt just yet, but it gives me its final thought before it does so. So it goes like this: based on this visual direction, I'm thinking we'll aim for a logo that's charming with a bit of personality, combining elements like eggs, breakfast, and a friendly anthropomorphic twist. I will help craft some potential prompts based on these characteristics next. Let me know if this analysis matches your vibe so far. Okay, so before it gives me the prompt, it wants to make sure that it matches my vibe, what I was going for, which I believe is smart before just going all the way. And to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised because it nailed almost every single aspect of the image, the feeling, the vibe I was going for with my mood board. So I answered the following. The analysis is spot on, right? Please proceed and suggest a few different prompts that would help me generate a logo for Revolution in that exact vibe you described. I'm particularly keen on trying the combo egg and slice of bread hand in hand. Okay, so again, that's me coming back to this logo right here. I really would like ChatGPT to give me a good prompt for a similar looking logo. All right, so let's see what came next. Fantastic. Let's channel that whimsical, friendly energy directly into some prompts for the logo. Given that you are interested in an egg and a slice of bread holding hands, sense, I've crafted a few variations that should capture that cute, fun vibe while keeping it simple yet memorable for a logo. And then it gives me 4, 5 different prompts right here. So I'm not going to read all of these prompts because I respect your time, but what I did, I just want to explain the process, is that I copied this first prompt right here and I headed over Canva's Dreamlab. So from the Canva homepage, you can click on this button right here on the side menu that says Dreamlab right here. And I pasted it right here in the text box so I can create my first design. Just hit create without changing anything right here. I went for the 1:1 aspect ratio. And here is the first batch that I was able to create. Okay, so we can see here, we got the concept. They are a little bit too simple for my taste. Like they're really simple. But on the other hand, they kind of respected the original design that I used as a model, right? As the inspiration for this prompt, especially this one right here. But, you know, it's fun, but I'm missing a little bit of a twist, like a little bit of, I don't know, like a personality to this. So what I did, I went back to ChatGPT and I copied the second prompt. Remember, I got 5 prompts right here. So I copied the second prompt and did exactly the same thing. So this is my second prompt right here. Then again, I pasted my prompt and these are the 4 results I got for prompt number 2. Kind of like this one. This one has more personality, kind of makes me think of these like retro breakfast packaging with the legs right here and the eyes. So it's a different style. I wouldn't call this one kawaii per se. It looks more American to me for some reason, but I'm not exactly sure. And then I went ahead and did the same thing for prompt number 3 right here. Got these 4 results. Out of these, none of them really moved me too much. So prompt number 4, I got these 4 right here. And at this point, I wasn't that impressed. So what I did, I believe I prompted again, like the exact same prompt. I just asked Dreamlab to create a new batch of 4 visuals. And then I got these ones right here. And funny fact, it included some text in the first one right here, Revolution, spelled correctly, but then there is a typo in the tagline right here. But again, like I was not impressed. Maybe this one, but still very basic in my opinion. So I tried something different. I asked Dreamlab I changed the style in Dreamlab. Okay, so I went here, instead of smart, I went to 3D, I believe. So vibrant, no, it's called 3D renders. So I selected this style and ran the prompt again, the same prompt, you see, logo concept for Revolution, this one, the same prompt. And I got this. I just wanted to try. Dreamlab gives us a multitude of different styles, so I had to try, right? But then I realized this is not my vibe. This is not what I'm going for. So I went back to the drawing board and I tried prompt number 5, right here, the last prompt of them all. I got this. This is very weird with 2 mouths. This one, very simple. This one again, like meh, like I don't want a nose. And this one was kind of cute, but still didn't quite hit the mark for me. And then the final batch it gave me were these 4 right here. So again, it was better than this because I didn't have the mistakes of like 2 mouths or a nose or anything like that. But still, I wasn't quite convinced. So far, I was not that impressed, right? I mean, I had a lot of different variations, but none of them were good enough for me to say, okay, this is my logo. So I kind of had to go back to the drawing board, back to ChatGPT in order to refine these prompts, like to steer it back in the right direction. So that's exactly what we're going to do in the next lecture.